Hey guys, this is Duck Killer 03 here today, and I'm going to show you how to turn this piece of cardboard into a silhouette decoy like this. I'll show you what you need now. These are the supplies you'll need to make your goose silhouette decoy. You'll need a big piece of cardboard, a template to trace around, a Sharpie, an X-Acto knife or just any knife will work, a black spray paint, a white spray paint, a gray spray paint, and a matte finish. For the first step, what you'll want to do is take your Sharpie and trace around your template here, and just get it as close as you can. The next thing you're going to want to do is cut out your outline of your goose. So what I do first is I take a few pieces of cardboard like this and put under the cardboard that we've traced around, just so our knife doesn't go through and get so dull on concrete. So just pick it up, put your pieces under where you're going to be cutting. Then you can start cutting with your knife or whatever you're using. Just follow right around the line. Be careful not to cut yourself. This step doesn't have to be perfect either. It's just getting the general outline of a goose. So you might have to cut through the cardboard a couple times if you have thicker cardboard. Right now I'm using thinner cardboard, so I shouldn't have to cut through it a second time. But you still might if your cardboard is being a bit stubborn and not wanting to cut. This stuff I might have to do it again. But just cut around it one full time, and if it doesn't come out, which mine isn't, just go around it another time and then just pop it out. Our next step is going to be painting the decoy. First thing I like to use is a flat black to just give it a good base coat. So don't put on too thick, otherwise it could get runny, and we don't want it to get too runny. And just make sure you cover everything. One or two good coats. But it's windy outside today, as you can probably see. So my decoy is trying to blow away from me, but after you get one side done, let it dry, and then do the other side, the same black color. The next color you're going to want to paint is white. What you're going to do now is kind of put it right up in this area here, the breast area, and back on the tail. The tail we're just going to leave white. Up in the breast area up here we're going to darken it later, but it's just to give it a bit of a lighter look than the rest of the goose. So give each spot a good coat. And then it should dry pretty fast, so you can, or what I usually do, since I have faster drying paint, I can just flip it over right away and do the other side. And don't worry if your paint gets a little bit off, because we still have to do another couple layers of paint. After we finish painting decoy with the white paint, you're going to want to use a gray spray paint. You can use a flat gray too if you really don't, or just, I didn't have any flat gray paint right now, so I'm just using a gloss one, and I'll put matte finish over it later, but just make sure that you leave the head up here black, and then over your white patch there, hold the paint a little farther away so it still stays pretty bright. And the rest of it, you can just cover with a good thick coat, making sure not to get the tail. Then once you're finished with that, you can do the other side, but it might take a little while to dry. After we're finished spray painting everything gray, we're gonna use cardboard, like just something that you can put a little thing about the size of a thumb, a bit bigger maybe, just so you can get the idea of the white cheek patch on a Canadian goose. So you're just gonna put it roughly right about there. Make sure it goes to the bottom of your cardboard, and then spray over it with white spray paint. When you're done, it should look like that, but I'm gonna do the other side and then I'll show you next step. The next part what we're gonna be doing is painting the black tail feathers on the goose. So with the same piece of cardboard again, I kind of cut or ripped a little kind of wide open V shape in top of it, just so I can put up on the goose and get about the right size of tail feathers. So get about what you think would be right, and spray it over with flat black paint. And then just do the other side. For the last part of my painting process, I'm going to take a matte finish and spray over the whole decoy, because you might be able to see is the gray paint, since it wasn't flat, it'll give off a bit of a shine. So I'll just spray everything down good with a matte finish. I'll take all the shine away. You can probably see now decoy shines quite a lot, but after that matte finish dries, shouldn't be able to see very much shine on it. And remember to do the other side too, so I'm just going to do that real quick on video here. Make sure at this matte finish, it's very important that you get every part, because these can see shine from quite a long distance, and you don't want these flaring away when you're hunting. You want them to come right into your decoys. Now, there are many different ways to make stands for silhouette decoys, but my favorite way is the one in the middle here. It has a wooden stake, and what I basically did is I made a slit on the top of the stake to go over the plastic or go around the plastic, and then I cut a dip in there about halfway down from here to here. And I cut another dip here and here, so I could get it better formed to the shape of the decoy. Now what I did on the decoys, I took X-Acto knife and cut 2 square holes, about probably 1 inch by 1 inch, a little less, but just so I can get the stake through. And the stake is about a 1 by 1. And you're going to want to paint your stake too, as I've done here, just so the geese don't see that. But this doesn't allow for very much motion, so on windy days, it's not flopping around all over the place like this stand I made out of these wire coat hangers, which on windy days, which we have a lot of them in North Dakota, when you're out hunting, these stands will flex all over the place, and you want motion in your decoys, but not too much motion. But that's my video on these decoys for now. I'll be making another decoy video on how to make the templates for the goose decoys later. But like that one there. But I've made lots of these decoys are fairly easy to make, really cheap, and you can make all sorts of varieties of them. You can see that one right there I made from like a top view. If a goose was flying over, you could see it. But then I've made a few centuries like that one. And this one, what I did is, I'm going to try it out. I put tape on the top edge of it because if you're in a rainy situation, you don't want any water getting down the top of your cardboard and ruin your cardboard. Which on the sides, the paint should protect it, but sometimes that doesn't work. But these, like I said, are so cheap and stuff. But that's my video for these silhouette homemade decoys for now. You'll be seeing more videos for different styles of decoys in the future. And that's all I got for now. Duck Killer 03 out.